Good evening, everybody. Thank you for coming out. Today, I would like to call to order the regular meeting of the Board of Trustees. Today is July 1st, 2024, and the time is 6:51 p.m. Please call the roll.
Good evening, everyone. Trustee Belcher.
Here.
Trustee Brown, Stan Brown. Trustee Tammy Brown.
Present.
Trustee House.
Here.
Trustee Holmes.
Here.
Trustee Norwood.
Present.
We have a quorum.
All right, if everybody stand for the pledge. Everybody will continue to stand for prayer. William Moore, if you would.
Father, we thank you. Thank you that you always cause us to triumph, Father. We thank you that you're more than a conqueror. Father, we ask that you continue to bless us, lead us and guide us to all truth, Father. Continue to bless our leader, Father, courage, wisdom, direction, and vision that you have placed into our heart. Continue to bless this great village, Lord, that your name might be glorified. We ask all this in Jesus' name.
Amen. All right. Next, we have public comment, and it is 3 minutes. Everybody, just so you're aware, we have an ordinance that says you cannot disrupt the meeting. If you disrupt the meeting, you will be removed from our meeting. So if everybody will please stay in order and be respectful of each other. Whether you like what someone's saying or not, please keep your comments to yourself so they can get through their 3 minutes. And then also I see the Board of Trustees have swiped seats. Trustee Belcher and Norwood, is it a reason you guys switch seats? Would have to be a reason? I just asked the question. Everything I'll be so hostile. Is there a reason you guys switch seats? Nope. All right. Seems as though you want to go first because you got to keep up with the votes. I think Brittany probably just couldn't keep up with them. But okay. All right, 3 minutes. Here we go. Who you got for first? Who's first?
Good evening. Good evening. First of all, I'd like for everyone that would please, and I'll yield my 3 minutes to it. Let's give our firefighters a standing applause. I think it is only fair as citizens of Dolton that we let them know that we're 100% behind you because we've got the same issues and yours are in our hearts as well. And for my residents, again, I'm not going to address the dais. I'm going to address my residents. We all know how it goes. We put on a shit show, and that's the word for it, at Thornton Township because we argued amongst ourselves. The media is here. If we're going to give them something, we're going to give them a good show. Let's be calm. Let's be cool. Let's not give anybody a reason to disrupt this meeting, to call it. The only way we're going to get what we want and get to the point of anything is that we hold to it. This is our fight. This is our fight. We've been fighting it a long time, and it is going to end. But we've got to want it to end and end right. Again, to the firefighters, as a former civil servant, I applaud you. Thank you.
All right. Who's next?
Good evening, residents and trustees. I stand here, this is my first time actually attending a meeting, and I'm a little thrown aback because I received my tax bill. My tax bill is 3 times what it was last installment. My alleys are messed up. I have garbage all over the place. I have a couple of abandoned houses on my block. My property value is down because of the fact of this. But my property tax go up 3 times. I'm not accepting that. I need to know what's going on. Why can't Dalton Ellis get proper road repair or houses being repaired? You say you did all of this. You have not done anything. Nothing for, I don't know what even side that is, but the Dobson Ellis Avenue. It's horrible over there. Trees are down, everything. But you say you beautifying the village? No. And my property taxes go up? I paid for this. I've been here for 30 years. This is the worst I've ever seen this village. I am appalled to even be a resident. You have your head down. You need to be looking up at what I'm saying. Because we are tired, not me, I'm tired of hearing Tiffany Henyard did this, Tiffany Henyard did this. I need to know where my money is going. I work every day. And you just gonna sit there and write like you don't even see me standing here. I have a problem with that. You say you're for the people, but how can you be for the people and you're not even looking at the people? I am a resident here in Dolton and of Thornton Township. And you need to be addressing us, not your attorney. You still haven't looked up. And I hope I stand here for 3 minutes and watch you not look at me. Because you best believe if I can get off on another Monday, baby, I'm going to be here with my big mouth saying the same exact thing. I need to know what's going on with the money in the Village of Dolton. I'm like everybody else. Las Vegas trip, we need to know what happened there. I'm looking at you, Andrew Holmes. I need to know what happened. I need to know what's going on. Because if things are going like this, anybody could have this happen to them. And she's going to allow it. Because she's the mayor.
All right, that's your 3 minutes.
Oh, now you look up.
All right,
Hey, how
who's
you doing?
next? Who's next?
Good evening. My name is Adam Fari. I'm the president of Dolton Fire Local 3766. I'm here today with fellow members of 3766 looking for answers. Since January of 2020, the village has chose not to settle a contract and refused to bargain with us. They have ignored all requests to reach an agreement and resolve the current situation going on within the fire department. After endorsing Mayor Henyard in 2021, she proceeded to replace our full-time deputy chief with a part-time deputy chief who contributed to her campaign fund. This is where the problems began. Local 3766 filed and won the grievance on a clear violation of our contract. What followed was a dysfunctional negotiation process, which leads us to inform the residents that we've been serving the village without a contract for 5 years. Currently, the village still refuses to negotiate, making progress extremely difficult and if not impossible. The second issue is our 457 accounts, which have been in litigation since 2022. This account is set up for individuals to invest their own money into a retirement fund. The money is withdrawn from the members' paychecks and is supposed to be sent to nationwide. The village does not follow these steps and has no accountability of where the money is or if they've spent it. Once this was discovered, the administration was informed via email by the previous union president that these missing deposits can be considered theft of wages. They reacted by placing him on an administrative leave for inappropriate emails. To this date, we are still 9 to 10 deposits short. This shows lack of accountability and is an act of gross negligence. The third issue, health insurance. Health insurance is covered under the collective bargaining agreement, Article 14. The members of the fire department have run into several problems with our premiums not being met. This has led members and families' claims being denied, but also being sent to collections. This has been brought up to the village numerous times. All requests to date have been ignored. A grievance was filed and escalated to step 4. The fourth issue is our union dues. Per our collective bargaining agreement, Article 3, dues checks, the village is responsible for contributing union dues. we were missing 11 checks since 2023, $12,610. We received 3 unspecified checks. This can also be looked at as theft of wages. Keith Freeman's response to the step 3 process was, this is an issue on the trustees that they do not vote for the bills at from the warrant list at the board meetings. The newest issue is work comp. In the past, we've had multiple issues with work comp to where members have been hurt on the line of duty and their claims have not been filed properly, which led to multiple members being sent to collections. I know that the police department is dealing with similar issues. So my question is, do we have workman's comp insurance? The Dolton Fire Department is here to serve and protect the residents of the Village of Dolton, and we do this with pride. We will continue to serve despite the fact our health insurance is not being paid, our retirement funds are being taken from us, and workers' compensation claims are not being handled properly. These are serious issues, and they need to be addressed and fixed immediately.
All right. Call the next person. Call the next person.
Next person to the mic, please.
I wrote it out. I didn't even get up here. Oh, okay. I thought she started it. All right. So I'm Be Calm today. Just wanted to address first the trustees and just thank you guys for the wonderful job you're doing. Mine is Stan and Andrew. Andrew, I don't even know why you're here. Stan, did you step down from the township yet? Because that's what you said you was going to do the last meeting. All right. So it's just ridiculous that we have a corrupt mayor and somebody that's just so evil and that just don't care about the residents. All of us hardworking, educated residents, and we have this to deal with. This is a shame. This is a sham. The fire department, they just came strong. Do we even have a benefit specialist for the Village of Dolton? Like, that should be like the person that should be answering these questions is actually the benefit specialist for Dolton. I'm going to go a little bit off topic, but I feel bad for them because they're not getting what they're supposed to get. And we have HR, and HR should be in charge of benefits. Why is that not being paid? That's ridiculous. I guess that's the reason why she didn't hire me, because I was supposed to be her HR, but then she went with whoever else that's not up there to, I guess, defend what these people are talking about. Anyway, just gonna ignore her because she ignores everybody else. Let me just say that I'm not gonna be long. I do have an event coming up. Since I can't do much stuff in the township throughout Thornton, I have partnered with Robbins, the village that Keith Price stole $90,000 from. Remember that? Yeah. So I have partnered with them to do an event. It's a back to school event. It's at the end of August. I am taking wig donations. Tiffany, if you have any you want to donate, you can. I'm also taking school supplies as well as other things. If you guys want to reach out, my email address is survivorviv1@gmail.com. I am taking all donations that you guys can give. It's for back to school, it's for the children, and it's for the residents. It's definitely for patients that have cancer or that have went through radiation, something that, she promised that she would do for people, but she's not going to do it. So I'm just going to try and do my best. And with the help of anybody that's able to help, I would definitely appreciate it. And I just wanted to speak on the murder that happened in Dolton that she still haven't addressed. It's ridiculous because the funeral is Friday and she haven't even said anything. We know Andrew Holmes is not going to get up and say anything because he's not us, for us. But it was a murder that happened in Dolton. If anybody have any video footage on this street, please, please, please let us know because it happened June 13th at 1 a.m.
3 minutes are up.
Oh, thank you. Because you want me to stop talking about a murder that you won't
Your
talk
3 minutes
about.
are up. Who's next?
Respectful now.
Good evening, most everyone. Let me start. I've had an epiphany, And I wanted to apologize for a comment I made at the Thornton Township meeting that there was no disrespect to her daughter intended. However, I understand things can be misconstrued, misinterpreted. So I wanted to just set the record straight. It was a total compliment. It wasn't a diss, but I do apologize if it was taken that way. Tiffany, I didn't intend for it to be any kind of diss. The diss was directly toward you. So I just wanted to make that clear and apologize for anyone that misconstrued my intention. Having said that, Tiffany, why do you not care about other people's children? Long live Alexis Wilson. You never made a comment that was, with regard to the family and what they were going through. That in and of itself is a travesty. I mean, as a mayor, someone in your position to not even acknowledge such an egregious act from your department at the time. So I don't understand why there's such a distinction on caring about children. Then, also the, excuse me. Okay. Also the park district, to find the park district because they're trying to beautify the parks and make them safe for the children. What's the point or purpose in that? Who doesn't like a nice park? Who doesn't want to take their children to a nice, safe park with mulch? To give them fines like that, for your political agenda is just not right. It doesn't benefit the residents. It's not a good look. And I don't understand, why you continue to try to paint the park district in a bad light. You had a video, you were live after an event. I'm not even sure what your intention was, but it seems like it was to show the park district in a bad light. It looked like it was staged. There were bottles and just things left behind, which, I don't know the authenticity of that video. It looked staged, honestly, because I do think that the park district commissioner, really puts a lot into making sure that the parks stay up to par. So not sure why that is. Also, just want to speak to why you think it's okay to just run things the way that you want them to go. And anytime there's a problem, you allow your henchmen to attack. Even at the township meeting, when the trustees stand up for themselves, you basically let the vendors just unleash their war on the trustees for asking questions, for making sure that they follow the process. And it's just so unprofessional that you would subject, your colleagues to that when they are asking valid questions and making valid points.
You have 3 minutes.
Thank you, everyone. Have a great night.
All right, who's next?
Good evening, everyone, the 4 trustees, Madam Clerk, and my fantastic residents of the Village of Dolton. I have no more warnings. No more warnings. All we ask for is transparency when it comes to our tax dollars and proper protocol on how it's being spent. That's all we want. We have a right to know, along with the Board of Trustees, the Gestapo-style tactics that was displayed at my home on June 24th by a village employee will not be tolerated. It will not be tolerated. I will not tolerate it. I took that as a direct threat to do bodily harm to me, and I'm too old to give whoopings. I think the last one I had, I was 15. The employee stated, I have a recording of it, and it's not the first time she have stated it, and I quote, that she will quit her job right now. And then she proceeded to get out of her vehicle and come towards me. And like I said, I'm too old to get any type of whooping. She stated the same thing to Long Island Audit. That's also on video. that she might as well quit her job right now because she is going to get fired. Mr. Freeman, you might want to look into that. Because I know the mayor says she don't handle anything. And she passed a buck to you. But this is serious business. But before somebody get hurt, you might want to look into that for real. And I would appreciate if you look into what your employees are out here doing. Also, Mr. Moore, I am going to pray for you because 3 Deep came to my house that you called, and I didn't appreciate that. Bad look on my block because it wasn't warranted. So be careful of the things that you do. Okay? Because when it's all said and done, the God that I serve, he have the last say so on all of this. And you will reap, whether it's good or bad. And I'm included in that too. You will reap what you sow. You either can sow good oats or bad oats. Thank you.
That's your time.
Good evening. I'm the mother of Alexis Wilson, killed by Dolton police, or should I say executed by Dolton police within 1 minute of their arrival. 1 minute. That's all they gave her. 52 seconds, he's punching her with his flashlight in his hands, and 4 seconds later, she has 7 bullets. You and your officers put out a narrative that blamed it on my child. And to this day, I still have people that search me out to tell me that my daughter deserved what she got, that she deserved it. Because nobody's really looking at the video. They don't want the truth. They want to go with the narrative that the police put out. But those police were crooked. And so let's talk about those officers. Let's talk about Ryan Perez, right? Alexis was his 4th police-involved murder. He had killed 3 others before this. As a matter of fact, Dolton is at least $13 million in debt from the lawsuit, the $33.5 million lawsuit that Lacey and Perez were involved in. Yeah, that lawsuit was paid up. There's no money for that. They had $10 million in insurance. So she's still fighting that lawsuit, trying to come down on that amount, that $33.5 million. Lady, if your daughter was killed, your child was killed by police, there is no amount of money. What did you do about those officers? Why was he not sitting at a desk or sitting at home? Because she was number 4. If you would have did something about 1, 2, or 3, he wouldn't have been there that night, and my daughter would be here. So again, while you ignore me, while you look down, close your eyes and imagine it's your child. Okay, because it was mine. And what y'all did to my life, what y'all did to my life. She was only 19, unarmed, an entrepreneur. She was a good girl. But what did you say, Tiffany? I stand with my officers. They did do the right thing. And they took a criminal off the streets tonight. They have probably prevented other crimes that might have or could have or would have happened in the village of Dolton. But Tiffany, answer me this. What crime did she do that night? What crime did she commit that? What crime did she commit that night
Ms. Wilson,
that
let's
deserved execution?
get her.
Don't get her. I got this.
All right, call the next person. Call the next person.
Miss Wilson, Ms. Wilson, I'm saying it, Sergeant Young is saying it. We're gonna conduct this meeting. Ma'am, I'm just standing up here, okay? I'm acting today, but today we're gonna have a respectful meeting, just like Mr. Bond said, okay?
That was my niece, Cara Wilson. My name is Terry. Alexis Wilson was my great niece. I've been with my Cara for years now, and I was with Alexis for many years. Cara is a great example of a mother. Her compassion shows in what she does. She works at an autism center. She loves children. She has love in her heart. You know, I don't know why any of us are here for these things. This is so surreal. I have a question. Are people allowed to ask you a question? That's not like, is that policy? Is that why everybody just talks? And because I want some answers. I guess that ain't it though, huh? Well, Super Mayor, I want to know one thing. I've known some super people, okay? And you know, they were there for me. They gave me what I needed when I was down, when I was hurting. And when this woman's child was shot, why weren't you there for her? Why did you back the person that shot my great niece? I can't believe this world is coming to this. It's good and evil, and I think we can all see where evil is, right? Right. I will pray for you also. And that man over there, you need to stay away from my niece's house.
All right, call the next person.
I'm going to draw a quick analogy, especially after what I just heard again and what has been ignored once again by this administration. We're all familiar with that foul landfill on the Bishop Ford. The foul odor that comes out of that smells like a bed of roses compared to this administration. They are beyond foul. What they did with Alexis Wilson is just one of them. It's huge, don't get me wrong, but there are so many other things that need to be addressed with this administration. For instance, right now, the Attorney General has sent these people, not a cease and desist, but they're going to open an investigation into their violations of the Open Meetings Act. They ignored the first letter. They sent them a follow-up letter because I have copies of all that. And believe me, it will go further. So you all can ignore us. You all can whisper your little sweet nothings of whatever the hell you're doing up there. But you are not going to get away with all the garbage that you pulled. At Thornton Township, I know you don't want to be talking about Thornton Township, but you let one of your trustees talk about Thornton Township incessantly at every meeting. So I'm going to talk about what you did at Thornton Township. You have the gall to prance your behind in there an hour late, then cancel the meeting after we have been waiting and waiting. Cancel the meeting. We scheduled it for Friday at 8 p.m., hoping that they would show up. And again, it backfired on you. You're not nearly as smart as you think you are. Trust me, people see the garbage that you put out. And it's worse than a damn landfill. You got unqualified people in high places that you know need professionalism, but for some reason, well, we know the reason because they're going to, I still got time left. You know they're going to do exactly what you want them to do. for instance, that meeting that you guys canceled, and then you sicked your dog on certain people in there, and then you put all those people up there to filibuster until you finally get your way. If I understand that happened tonight, you finally got your way at tonight's Thornton Township meeting. But I bet you weren't 1 hour late for bingo. I bet you had your butt there on time for that. You were on time for your nail salon for your nail appointment when you come prancing in there 1 hour late. Actually, you sent Keith Freeman on that, didn't you? I thought you were afraid to face us that day. That was a really cowardly act. I know you hear me because you knew me. You dig? And this will not stop until you all pretend to be professional. And better yet, get the hell out of our village, because we are sick of you people messing over us and treating us like dirt. You all are disgusting.
Good evening. I just wanted to say,
Okay, guys, you have to keep order. Everybody was quiet when everybody
I listened to
spoke.
what everybody else had to say. I want to say that I'm very proud of what I see going on here in the Village of Dolton. When you look at the cleanliness of your community, and I wish that our side can look like that as well. I want to say that you guys got to continue to work together. That's the only how you're going to get things accomplished and done, is working together. Again, thank you for your leadership. Thank you for what you are doing in Dolton and in Thornton Township. We do appreciate that. And that's what I wanted to say. When you talk about monies that's coming back to the south suburbs, talking about $1 million, $500,000. And you were one of the two mayors. Hazel Crest Mayor brought back money to his community. Dolton brought back money to their community. Rich Township brought money back, and we have money in Thornton Township. So those leaders ought to be commended, because we haven't seen that amount of money come to the south suburbs in years. So again, thank you for your job that you are doing to progress our area. I hope that everybody can come together and work together. That's the only how you're going to get things done. You got to work together. You got to set your differences aside. You have to set your differences aside and work on behalf of the people. So again, thank you for what you're doing. And again, we have not seen this amount of money in the south suburbs in a long time. Thank you.
All right. Okay, you guys are out of order. All right, who's next?
Good evening, Mayor Tiffany, trustees, and the residents of Dolton. Sometimes I can't get into the meeting, but I see it on television. We are just demonstrating really, really good for the media, and I'm tired of it. I am tired of coming to a meeting where I can hear humiliation about the mayor. I'm tired of coming. We all supposed to be in Christ, but we talk like we don't have any love. We don't have any peace in our heart. And I know you guys are angry and there's issues to be solved, but check this out. Why don't we all try to work together and solve this? Trustees, mayor, residents, all of us, all we can do is just work together and try to figure this out. We can't figure this out if we're going to be angry all the time and we're going to accuse Tiffany of everything. The FBI is investigating her. Let her be investigated. And we don't have to worry about anything. Let's worry about getting together in Dolton as peaceful residents like we always have been. I've been in here over 20 years. Same thing went on with Mayor Rogers. It's just got to stop, you guys. We got to learn how to work together and live together. Don't we want Dolton to move forward? Dolton can't move forward if all of us want to be angry all the time and disagreeing and can't agree on anything. We have to learn how to agree to disagree. If we don't, we're not going anywhere. Let her bring the funds in. If she's misusing them, let her be investigated and they say, hey, whatever they have to do to her. But we're not getting anywhere coming in here disrespecting her as the mayor. And it's all over television. And it's all over television. I just want you all to know we need peace. We need peace. We need peace. We need peace in Dalton. You understand? We need peace. We're not gonna get anything done if we don't get any peace. That's okay if she look at me. I'm a resident of Dalton and I love Dalton. I love Dalton. I just want all of you guys to know we need peace. We need to work together in Dalton. Whatever Tiffany has done, let the law deal with it. And we can move on with our lives. You know, I'm not going anywhere. I'm too old to move and find another home. But I do want to live in a safe neighborhood. I do want to live where I can have peace and walk out of my house. You understand that? You know, I didn't come to be your enemy. I didn't come to be anybody's friend. I came representing myself and my home in Dalton. Thank you all very much.
All right, anybody else?
No.
Anyone else after that? That's it? All right, that's the end of public comment. Who else? You got one more, is that it? Renee?
This is crazy. Testing. Basically, on May 8th, 2021, history was made, and you became the first Black female mayor inaugurated into office in Dalton. It's as with Dalton forward with a platform for change and an intent on moving Dalton forward. Instead, this administration has made Dalton the concern of the nation, if not the world, with a future full of uncertainties. In 2023, this high of yours, Mayor Henyard, became a public spectacle as you decided, at the behest of the men you choose to be surrounding yourself with, men who understand criminality and not good government. You came to handle the people's business dressed as Nino Brown, a movie crime boss, and in turn gained the attention of the media in a way Dalton never deserved. Instead of highlighting the historic achievement that God gave you, you literally are going to, and to be the beacon of hope, especially to Black women and Black girls. This administration has been nothing short of an example of everything not to do. And you have hijacked the constituents' procession to progress. In our investigation of the INA, and this is my lawyer-like report, our findings are becoming more clear as the days progress. We find this administration to be self-serving, like the $1.2 million Just Ice rink, and not the gym of a fountain, or not repairing the gym of a fountain at the heart of the village. And you did it without board approval. Self-enriching, enriching through charities and real estate ventures and kickbacks. Negligent at the continuous hiring of unqualified henchmen that are weaponized in government at your beck and call. Complicit, not pressing your department to solve vital cases, and your political allies to address allegations as egregious, even as sexual assault. Retaliatory, considering the amount of those seeking civil litigation as a legal remedy, and oppressive, for example, not even being able to conduct a meeting where people are not in a hostile environment giving public comment for where they live. As the mayor, we found you to be derelict in your duties, and you delegate funds inappropriately, not at the best interest of the residents, but at yourself, leaving the people of this community wanting for better. And your leading has caused the concerns of your constituents to think burdens and tax repercussions. In close, your police are trying to kick me out for fake restraining orders that no one has. However, it's really simple. You have lost the confidence of your residents.
Your 3 minutes are up.
I just residents that are in agreement to stand and give this mayor your back.
3 minutes are up. Your 3 minutes are up. Y'all do everything for clickbait. All right, anybody else? Who else? All right, Renee, you have the mic. All right, Renee, you have the mic.
Renee. Ladies first.
Who is Renee? Okay, go ahead. Now you have the floor.
First of all, I feel that the people who have been speaking up till now have been doing an eloquent job of it. I did not put my name on a list to speak. However, I was told I had to put my name on a list to be in this building. But since you have called me out, I'm going to call you out. You're disrespectful. It's disheartening to see you. You have turned our whole community into, I don't want to use that word, let's say a circus. And the circus come to town, the clowns come out, and I'm looking at you guys, and I don't appreciate it. And I don't appreciate how you sit there and disrespect people and don't even give them the courtesy of looking them in the eye. I'm looking at you. If they don't agree with you, you don't look, you're disrespectful. And it's sad. It's really sad. And I'm sorry that our village has come to this. And like I said, I have nothing prepared because my name was on a different list. But you want to call me out, let's do it. I don't understand why I don't understand that. And I don't appreciate that. Your house probably not even in Dolton. So when the fire come and the whole town burned down, you really don't give a damn. Anytime you treat the firefighters that way, it's deplorable. And like I say, I don't have anything planned to say because everybody else does it so eloquently. But it is what it is.
Armando.
All right, anyone else? Who?
Okay.
You guys are out of order. Go ahead.
All right.
Hi, sorry guys, I'm nervous. I usually don't speak at anything. And I gave everybody a chance to speak and say their piece. So I hope to have the same. Okay, good afternoon, everyone. I have nothing against anyone on the board, not the administration, the clerk, or the mayor. I go by Burgundy Blue. I have counsel in the chat for doxing. So if you guys want to drop my name, that's doxing as well. So this is being recorded. I'm the creator of Burgundy Blue Commentary. I'm also a Dolton resident channel on YouTube. I've been covering the happenings in Dolton since February 2024. I stuck my toe out there because I thought it was just one-sided, and I wanted to, as a resident of this town for 38 years, throughout the years, I have always been a strong supporter of my community, and I've actively worked for the betterment of our village. I even worked for the village myself. My focus has always been presenting a comprehensive view of Dolton, especially history, showcasing all sides of our hometown through the ride-alongs and exploring. However, in April and May, I encountered harassment from an individual who came to investigate the mayor and Andrew Holmes. The person claimed to have received a call to come into Dolton from residents, elected officials, and law enforcement, which initially seemed innocent, since they are the very people tasked with safeguarding our community, right? This is all because I would not stop communicating online with a content creator that most of the board and lots of residents use his platform to address their concerns as well freely. His logo was even worn by an elected official. When the media or opinions could not be controlled, he became a target, and then because I did not fall in line with the narrative. I did not attend a week called Hell Week, and that's when my life became hell. In an attempt to address this issue,
All right, give her time, give her time.
in an attempt to address this issue, I met with Trustee Jason.
Be quiet.
To address this issue, I met with Trustee Jason House and former Trustee Ed Steve over breakfast, accompanied by a witness. To share my concern, Trustee Jason House assured me that things will be taken care of within 48 hours. Sadly, he could not help me, and those 48 hours turned into a nightmare when I received a notice of impending action from the same advocate who's been here to save us. My privacy was violated as my personal information and business were maliciously targeted. A lot of y'all are in that group that did it. And I was subject to public humiliation and threats towards my family and associates simply because I chose not to conform. I quote I watched the entire village watch this advocate say he was gonna make sure I was penniless. Okay. So I'm just asking that we work together and I'm asking for your help. Thank
Hey,
you.
quiet down, order, quiet down. Quiet down.
Okay, who else is it? Is it anybody else? Okay.
Madam Mayor, my name is Armando Grundy Gomez, and I want to address something a little bit different, and I want to bring a little bit different of an energy, and I want to talk to process. I talk common institutions, systems, actions, and behaviors, and not individuals. And I want to talk about what leadership is. Leadership is not talking about I, my, or me. Leadership is we talk about we talk about how we are leaders, and we talk about how we love. We talk about we're about this faith and that faith, and we talk about we're identifying as Christians, and that we say we love. But if the good book that you read and the God that you serve, it says, judge the fruits of the Spirit. I cast my pearls not upon swine. What I want to say to you is that it is interesting that I can be in one place in Washington, D.C., and every first and third Wednesday, I watch you all, and you're the best entertainment on YouTube. I love watching my brother Jedediah. Love him. Love watching Long Island Audits. Love Brother Jason House. Never met the man. Love Sister Kiana Belcher. Love that beautiful sister Allison Key. We have beautiful Black people in this room, and yet anti-Blackness is all in here. And the only thing we can say to one another, you Black, you Black. Isn't that interesting? You say that you love, you're a Black woman, or we're young, or we're this, or we're that. I, my, and me are words that do not agree. I don't have to sit up here and do a poem, but I do want to say that I want to encourage each and every one of you to dig deep and find the best part of yourselves. And instead of all of this, you say that all of us came out, we have a mother, we had a father. And when you sit there and talk to the most vulnerable amongst you or your elders, what does that say about you as a leader? What, I'm a leader because you have 4 or 5 pictures, or you hired this person or that person, or you knocked somebody's picture off the wall? That makes you a leader? Come on. I'm not here to attack the mayor. That's been done enough. I don't want to do that. She doesn't know me, and I've never met this woman. I don't know any of you all. But what I do want to say is it makes us look like Black people, like we can't govern, and that's just not true. I come to where I see Black people all over this country that are doing big things. And when I see people like my brother Jedediah, brother Jason House, and we have intelligent Black people in this room, and the best thing that we can do is devolve. Is that what we're doing? I'm going to ask each of you all to dig deep, whether it be the trustee, the Browns and the Belchers, all of us. I'm not going to ask you to come together. I'm going to ask you to elevate. I'm going to ask all of us to get beyond this clickety clackety yickety yakety. The real enemies are in Washington, D.C., and they're coming in November. So whether you're a Republican, you ain't getting nothing as a Black person. And if you're a Democrat, you ain't getting nothing as a Black person. Hate to tell you, and I live there. So let me just tell you, I'm asking each and every one of you up there, love all of you. It is time to elevate as leaders. Stop this performative nonsense and elevate. Y'all can stay angry. I'm not going to get involved there. I just want to ask you to elevate. I see some beautiful Black people in this room, and accountability is for everybody. Have a good night.
That's it? All right.